So there was a neurologist that was there, there was a cardiologist that was there, you know, in movies.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger is plant-based, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And he looks amazing at 70 something.
Arnold Schwarzenegger does? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's just like this slew of people, elite athletes.
Doing it and thriving, yeah.
And just having extraordinary results.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, it's not going to hurt anything. We've been doing HelloFresh as a family, and they have a lot of plant-based options, so we've been choosing them. My kids are pretty picky about what they eat, so it's hard to get them to eat anything. Yeah. So I always, you know, I've been picking more of the things that I like, and my husband's been kind of like low carb lately. So maybe I'll just focus on I just restarted it. We usually do it in summer, don't do a lot of it because we're grilling. But I did just restart it. I think we're getting a box today, which I look forward to because I was eating, turkey sandwiches all the time. It's not good.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look into my HelloFresh and see what I got and maybe do something plant-based for a while, you know?
Like you
Or
said,
at least
it's
if
not
I'm going,
hard.
and if we're going to grill, sure, that's great, but at least, you know, I'll eat the other stuff and the kids can pick at the stuff that's not good.
So my husband's gone plant-based, and the only reason why he's been able to do it is because of all the now meat substitutes that are on the market. Like Impossible burgers.
They're so good.
There's so many of them, and I was talking to my son and daughter-in-law about it, and they were like, well, you know, those have GMO.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, and I'm curious about that. How?
Yeah.
What is GMO? You know?
Well, and if both are evil, which is worse, I guess, is where I come in and say,
And for me, I'm like, you know what? I'm 57. If I'm feeling better doing this, then that's good.
exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. I can't get caught up in the details or I get all freaked out.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't, I don't go anywhere and I just like freeze and then don't.
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah. My brother-in-law was talking about analysis by paralysis. He is more prone to it than I am. I don't tend to have a lot of that quality, but when it comes to things I don't know a lot about, and I know there's a lot of studies out there, I get kind of freaked out that I'm not doing the right thing and whatever.
So, how does my plasma look?
It looked well, so it's a little cloudy.
Cloudy.
A little bit.
Look at that. That's good.
A little bit, not much. And you look a little dehydrated.
Yeah, I'm definitely dehydrated.
Are you? Yeah.
For sure, that workout. I mean, that's why I have to.
You came, that's it. That's it. That makes sense to me.
That's funny that you can tell from my blood that I'm dehydrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Otherwise, it looks good though. Your red blood cells look like they're a good amount. No orangey indicating liver disease. Your blood cells aren't hemolyzed, so yeah, all good stuff. Maybe they're working on the air conditioner.
Yeah.
It's been broken for like 2 weeks and we keep the air conditioner off now when we're not here, which in hindsight I probably should do anyway, but it leaks when it's on, so we have to change the bucket a couple times while we're here. So I'm just kind of hoping that.
Well, at least it's actually working.
Yes, thank goodness. Oh my gosh, that's a good point. I didn't think of that, and you're right. That's a good point. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible.
Yes.
In this heat lately. I don't remember last summer. I know August is hot. I really enjoy going to the lake in August. That's my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
But I really don't remember this many days in a row of it being this hot last year.
Right, I don't either. I think it was not, and it certainly was not this humid.
That's another thing, yeah, the humidity.
And then also, ironically, no rain.
Yeah, it's been so dry. Yep, that's a good point too. Yeah. Do you have to do a lot of water? So you're a planter? Like,
I am, yeah, and I made the mistake of not getting enough mulch, so there's just going to be a lot of weeding to do.
yeah. Do you use any sort of weed killer or anything? No. I always get nervous about that.
I started to get some stuff for my lawn to, work on getting my lawn green. And then I just, I looked at the package and, it was like, don't let your animals out for a while and don't walk on. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
No. Not to mention, okay, what about the squirrel and the chipmunk that run by? Yep.
Yeah.
This way. So 2 of these syringes are a little more dilute with PRP. This one has a little more lidocaine because obviously around the hairline I find hurts the most. So hopefully, and then the other one will do at the the top of your head where the hair is a little better. My son was 2 months old. My family used to, before COVID, take, my mom and my sister and brother and I used to take a trip every year, or every couple of years. And our first one was Scotland, and then the second one was my wedding in the Bahamas, so that sort of took that trip out. But then the third one we went to Germany and
Just to go.
yeah, and we just usually rent a car and we travel around and see like every big city, and then in the car obviously we can then check out the country. So we went to Rotterdam, we went to the Luxembourg Castle, or Nuremberg Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Where else did we go? Frankfurt.
Did you get down to Bavaria?
No, that's one place I have not been yet.
That's where we went to. My son is stationed down there. He lives in a small town called
Zoibersdorf?
Zoibersdorf,
Okay.
which is about 45 minutes south of Vienna
Okay.
by train. And so we went.
I've heard that. I think I knew somebody back in college that was from Bavaria.
All the houses are just gorgeous, and I think there's a fair amount of, I don't know if it's wealth by German standards or whatever, but like, it looks very, very well kept and clean, and there wasn't very much of a disparity in what we were interested in, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I was shocked at how white Germany is.
Oh God.
That's what made me start thinking, we kind of alluded to this conversation earlier, that's what made me start thinking, oh my gosh, what Hitler did really worked
Yeah.
in some fashion, and it's like made me sick to my stomach, kind of, to know, oh yeah. And then the whole like thinking about, you know, how you live in this country now, knowing what happened, and
Right.
having to like have that history behind you. It was a little profound thinking about.
Yeah, indeed. I really felt that way too.
You did?
Yeah, I did. And it felt very like homogenous.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah.
And I know there's countries like that. Like, I know it's not just Germany. Scotland was like that. Obviously, you know, South Africa and Africa have those sort of qualities. So it's not as if it was all Hitler's doing, whatever, but just kind of knowing that history. It almost felt like this is so stupid, but it almost felt like I was being complacent by visiting and providing, I don't know.
Yeah, there was
Kinda
something I couldn't
did.
identify with
Yeah.
what it was either, but it was
Like, I don't know why I feel this way, but I definitely do. And I know I'm not supposed to, because nobody here subscribes to what happened in the past that I know of. I'm sure there's like racist people everywhere, but for the majority.
Do you have those squeezy balls?
Yes, I do. How's the pain factor today? Pretty good? You're doing okay?
It's okay.
Alright. It's not great. Never will be, I
Yeah, no,
suppose.
it will never be great.
I know. The platelets and the factors that we're infusing, they have the best recovery in a certain size needle, which is bigger than the one I'm using. So I always try to do the smaller needle along the hairline,
Yes.
and then go to the bigger needle back here when I'm pushing.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
so it's just like, you try your best. So definitely, I think using the 27 here, you'd probably never come back.
Mhm. Well, probably coming in a little dehydrated too doesn't help, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. It's hard to maintain adequate hydration in this weather regardless.
That's true. Although I am relaxed, so there's
Good,
that.
okay,
There's that.
all right.
You know, you get a good workout in and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. You're ready to sit. Whereas normally, if I know you,
Mhm.
you're like all over the place, working and doing things. So you guys just hanging out now the rest of the summer?
Yeah, yes, definitely. We're thinking about going to Carabasset, Maine, maybe
Ooh.
in September, October to do some mountain biking there.
Nice.
That's
Yeah. My mom's coming from Minnesota tomorrow, and then the week after that we go to Colorado with the kids.
Yeah.
First trip as a family of 7. So my kids were at summer camp actually for 2 weeks. They just got back on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
It was such a good thing. They've never done it before.
Yeah, and did they love it?
They really did. It was my older 3, and then I had the 2 at home.
Mhm.
the two younger. So it's my 10, 9, and 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you start feeling sort of palpitations, your heart racing or anything. So my 10-year-old, she's a girl, firstborn, she's ready to rock. But my boys are just more homebodies, very nervous, have not done any, organized sports or activities out of the house regardless. And part of it was COVID, part of it is I don't ever want to force them to do something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
But my husband and I agree with this, and I both wanted to have them be doing activities.
Yeah.
And so my thing was, in order to not force them, I would like, I thought, camp would be great because they're doing constant activities, something new every day. They're probably trying all the sports or whatever, and they can be able to answer the question, well, what activity would you like to do? What organized thing are we going to sign up for? Yeah. Because when I would ask them that before, it was always like, I don't know, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do. And I think a lot of it was a confidence issue rather than, and not knowing what the activities are.
Sure.
And because of the lack of confidence, they weren't willing to try it out. So I think it's gonna be good. My son wants to try horseback riding now. He's signed up for soccer. I haven't asked my daughter, but I'm sure she'll be ready for whatever.
That's awesome. So your daughter changed.
Yeah. Yep. It's just like 2 sons, and then two more daughters that are younger. And my daughter, my 10-year-old, is super active, and so she really needed an outlet. She does snowboarding, but she needed something in the fall and spring, or at least fall or spring, to start doing. So it'll be good. I'm excited.
Good to just let them get exposed.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they can make a choice from there.
Good afternoon. Were they pretty open to it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, can't make it any earlier than.
And my oldest now.
She had a big gap, so she just wanted me to reach out and let you know that if we make it in earlier,
Yeah.
that would work out for her. No worries.
Oh, okay.
No worries. So we'll still see the 1:30?
They have 2 kids, and they ski, they snowboard.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think we were talking about that before.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Work out better for everyone.
But yeah, and so their kids, the kids have done all of that stuff too, so 5-year-old and 8-year-old. And when we were out there, the 8-year-old, we went on this bike ride, which they didn't really know how long it was going to be, just along the river, right? Up to
Okay.
this beer garden and fish place. And yeah, it was great. It ended up being 22 miles. And she rode the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
On the way back, I was just like, had her tell me all about what told her she would do.
Yeah.
Just to
The
kind of
art of
talk about it.
distraction.
Exactly.
Yep.
And she totally was like, and the next day I'm like, so how are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm fine, totally fine. Run around, jumping around.
Well, I feel it.
And the 5-year-old is also like, she's even more amazing.
Yeah.
She's so tough. And she just learned to ride a 2-wheeler. And she's got, it's a mountain bike, so it has like 7 years.
Okay. Wow.
Brakes, handbrakes. And
Yeah.
And she knows how to handbrake, she knows how to shift the gears.
Wow.
Going uphill. She did a 10-mile bike ride.
Oh my gosh. That's what I want for my kids. They need to be a little more active. Well, yeah. That'll
I
happen.
think towards the end, it was like a mile to go, and she just get off the bike.
She was just like, I'm done.
Yeah, and they had no water for her, and I don't know, a couple of gummies or something.
Yeah.
And my son was like, look, Margaret, you just gotta get on the bike and ride.
Yeah.
afraid about it.
Mm-hmm. It'll be nice. I was asking my boys the favorite part of camp, and they said nature. They love animals and bugs and this and that. So we always try every year to go hiking a couple times, and there's usually complaining. And I'm just wondering, maybe there will be less complaining. You know. Once it becomes more conventional for us to be doing things like this, and it was really hard for a period of time with how many kids we had and how young the youngest always was. So whereas now, the youngest being 3, and just a little easier to manage, I think we can start doing things as a family. And my kids will get used to it. Because they do, they get used to things. They need a minute. But once they're like, okay, this is what we're doing. How are we doing pain-wise?
Great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're actually great.
Okay.
Hi, Kelsey, this is Kelly calling from the med spa here in PRP. Good. I know we had you on a cancellation list to get in sooner than the 19th. Is that something that you're still interested in? Okay. And, we can do, did you need 2 half-hour appointments or only 1? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, you can get in this Friday with Nicole, if that works for you. She can do 10:30. What time is good for you? She has 4 to 11, 11 or 11:30. Okay. All right. So sweet, because I was wondering, there were 2 appointments booked, and I didn't think that looked right. Yeah. I know, because of your vetting, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That. Okay, all right. So Friday. Okay. Yeah, no problem. So it is a small area. And, yeah, well, I really apologize for that confusion, because I remember we did, book your appointments very consecutively, so it was under that. So, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't know you did.
Good.
Okay, awesome.
One second.
Okay, and I'll take the Friday ones out then. For, a week from now, Friday, the 19th. Okay, Kelsey, I'm glad we were able to catch up. Okay, we'll see you soon. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
change this needle. It seems to be getting a little dull.